Strasbourg, July 1518. A lone woman steps into the street and cannot stop dancing. Her feet slap the cobblestones in manic rhythm, eyes wide with terror. Onlookers laugh at first, then realize she's in agony, begging for help. By nightfall, a small crowd joins her, limbs jerking like marionettes on fire. No musician plays, yet the music feels inescapably real to every victim. Over the next week, the swarm swells, 50, then 100 frantic dancers. Physicians blame hot blood boiling the brain, priests whisper about demons, city magistrates hatch a plan. Let them dance the fever out. They rent the guild hall, hire pipers and drummers, even build a wooden stage. Sick, exhausted bodies mount the platform and collapse one by one. Eyewitnesses recount hearts bursting mid-reel, bones snapping under strain. What began as a curious spectacle is now a public health nightmare. But why? Historians still argue 5 centuries later. Theory 1. Ergot fungus, LSD-like poison on the local rye harvest. Psychoactive toxins can spark hallucinations, but ergot also causes convulsions. Victims of convulsive ergotism thrash wildly, eerily similar to frantic dancing. Yet critics note, ergot outbreaks strike the poor, but nobles soon joined in. Theory 2. Mass hysteria, psychogenic movement disorder under crushing stress. 1518's Rhine Valley reels from famine, plague, and endless wars. When fear peaks, the body sometimes screams what the tongue can't utter. One woman's despair may have ignited an entire city's subconscious panic. Modern psychiatrists cite the McMinnville laugh attacks of 1962 as a parallel. Theory 3. Religious ecstasy. Saint Vitus was patron saint of dance and epilepsy. Medieval pilgrims believed dancing before his shrine could cure or curse. Surviving sermons warned sinners, will dance till their souls bleed in hell. To the faithful, 1518 looked like prophecy fulfilled, a holy terror on display. Which theory fits best? Maybe all 3 combined in a perfect storm. Contemporary reports describe twitching, screams, and visions of blazing angels. Data check. Parish registers log at least 400 victims by August. Chronicler Sebastian Brant writes of many dozen deaths from sheer exhaustion. City coffers drain paying musicians, doctors, and burial fees. The stage experiment fails. Authorities pivot to pilgrimage and prayer. Survivors are carted upriver to the shrine of Saint Vitus in the Vosges. There, priests press red shoes on the dancers, inscribed with holy crosses. Some collapse in relief, others die en route, still kicking. Suddenly it ends. By late September, the streets fall silent. Was it the mountain air, the saint's relic, or simple removal from crowds? Records fade, but folklore keeps the horror alive for generations. Fast forward to 2025, TikTok teens reenact the plague in dance challenges. Scientists run MRI studies on modern, contagious dancing at festivals. Neurologist Dr. Stephen Novella notes mirror neurons fire simply watching dance. In groups, that feedback loop can override voluntary control, however briefly. Which begs the question, could a 21st century city relapse under the right stress? Imagine a viral clip. Millions join in, some never stop. Pause and picture it. How fragile is the line between fun and frenzy? Midwives of 1518 didn't have smartphones, yet their crisis went global in myth. Ours could go global in minutes, streamed live. The same dread echoes through time. Want more forgotten history? Hit subscribe. Back to Strasbourg. The city council quietly bans street music for months. Dancing in public becomes punishable by fine, an early lockdown. Local guilds petition. Musicians are starving without work. Eventually, life trudges on. The plague slips into legend. In 1550, physician Paracelsus revisits the case, coining choromania. He divides victims into categories: lovers, cretins, and flagellants of the feet. His cure? Total isolation, no drums, no spectators, no sympathy. Modern public health playbook echoes that advice. Remove the trigger. Sociologists cite the dancing plague when training for crowd panic scenarios. Netflix resurrects the story in docudramas. Spotify playlists mimic 1518 tavern tunes. Viewers binge, tweet, reenact. History loops back into pop culture. Yet scholars warn against romanticizing the tragedy. These were real people, most likely desperate, starving, traumatized. Their story reminds us that social stress can hijack both body and mind. The plague's music wasn't joy, it was collective despair played aloud. So what have we learned? 3 takeaways. 1. Environment matters. Famine, fear, and rumor can manifest physically. 2. Crowd psychology is potent. Our brains sync faster than we think. 3. Narratives outlive facts. 5 centuries later, we still debate the cause. Which theory convinces you? Fungus, hysteria, or saintly curse? Drop your verdict in the comments. Let's crowdsource the mystery anew. Meanwhile, the cobblestones of old Strasbourg remain quiet, for now. But when bass drops at the next festival, remember 1518's ghostly rhythm. Somewhere a single pair of feet could start tapping and never stop. If chills just ran up your spine, you're not alone. Thank you for watching this tale lost to time. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video and help keep history's strangest stories alive.